Hello, internet friends. Rain here, so guess what time it is? It's time for another rant. I didn't make a video yesterday because, well, I just didn't feel like it. But in the news today, and over the course of the last several days, we have heard that Trump has come up with a new unconstitutional slush fund of $1 billion with a B, $776,000, calling it 1776 in honor of our 250th birthday. But this slush fund was in response to his lawsuit that he filed against his own IRS for letting his tax returns get leaked during his presidency from 2017 to 2021 when he was voted out of office. And this slush fund is, well, I digress. He was suing his own IRS for that tax return where he only paid $750 2 years in a row, less than construction workers will pay. But he dropped that suit, but instead came up with this $1,776,000 slush fund, which is unconstitutional because the executive branch does not have the power of the purse. That belongs to Congress. So the President of the United States cannot legally or constitutionally appropriate funds. That is for Congress to do. But this fund is allegedly going to anyone who feels that they were wronged by the Biden administration, which is including the January 6th insurrectionists. 1,600 of them that Trump pardoned, 1,600 of them that were arrested and charged with insurrection, that were tried and convicted and, either got prison time or probation, supervised probation, whatever. But that's what this slush fund is for. Now, of course, you got to understand, we're talking about Trump here, okay? The man that's worships money, okay? So I will be amazed, along with a lot of other people, I'm sure, if any of this money actually gets to the Jan 6 insurrectionists, which they shouldn't get in the first place, because what they did that day was breaking the law. They were trying to overturn a free and fair election. So they're not entitled to that money. They weren't entitled to get pardoned. They were entitled to the convictions that they earned. Okay? So there's that. And of course, now we also have this, Save America Act that Trump is trying to push through. The voter suppression bill. And as we're all aware, this bill is designed, if it passes, which I hope and pray that it doesn't. But this bill is designed to suppress the black and brown vote. Okay? The votes of people who are, well, and it's statistically, African Americans and Latinos statistically vote for Democrats. So it's designed to suppress the black and brown vote and the votes for Democrats. And the reason behind this is because Trump is so underwater in all the polls. Okay, he is less popular than what Richard Nixon was. Okay, back in 1974. He's less popular than what George W. Bush was. The Republican Party are unpopular. Nobody likes the fact that they've ceded all of their power to the president, a man who shouldn't be president because he is a 4 times indicted, twice impeached, and found guilty on 32 felony crimes in New York. So this man should not be president. But 77 million people decided, oh, well, he's a misogynist, he rapes women, he is a bigot, he won't rent to black people, so yeah, this is my guy. Yeah, he's an adjudicated rapist, was found liable for the sexual assault of E. Jean Carroll and owes her $80 million. And this is the guy you voted for? Why? Oh, I know. Because you couldn't bring yourself to vote for Kamala Harris. Excuse me. Because she's a woman and because she's black. Again, she was very qualified to do the job. And had she won the 2024 election, we wouldn't be dealing with any of the crap we're dealing with right now. But, back to the Save America Act. Okay, here it is. We have all these Republicans, Trump being the top one, talking about all the voter fraud. All the voter fraud that has been going on forever, that nobody has fixed. Well, isn't it funny how for 250 years voter fraud has not been a problem in this country? Not until Trump got involved in politics, and all of a sudden our voting practices and policies are suddenly wrought with all of this voter fraud that is allegedly running rampant throughout the entire country. Really? I find that curious. As most people would and probably do. 250 years of precedent boggles the mind. And I've said that before. And I'll probably say it again. But again, this is just an opinion channel. My opinion. My rants. Just because I think more people need to rant about this. Plus, there's also, I've heard from several other content creators, Baron Cousins, Keith Edwards, Romano from the Romano Report, David Pakman, several content creators that are talking about their viewership going down, that they're losing views, that they're being pushed out of the algorithm. Now, if anyone out there hears this and agrees that freedom of speech is one of our bedrocks, okay, and agrees with me that a person has a right to say whatever they want, and I'll defend to the death their right to say it, then like and comment, okay? Because every creator that talks politics should not be suppressed in any way. Again, my rant, my take, my opinion. So if you got any value out of this, any kind of maybe possible entertainment out of this, like, subscribe, and share. So that would be great. I appreciate your listening. I appreciate you, my viewers, if I have any viewers. And the last thing, my internet friends, you all take care of yourselves wherever you are.